The crafting update has officially been announced in Roblox Grow a Garden, and today I'm going to be going over every single thing you need to know about it, so let's go ahead and get straight into this video. Before that, guys, I'm trying to get to 200,000 subscribers, and we're so close. If you guys can leave a like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. Let's start. So as many of you probably know, a few days ago or yesterday, I made a video called the new summer update just got leaked. And in this update, guys, I basically went over messages that Jandal gave us right before the new update came out. And guys, check this out. In this video, guys, I basically went over everything that's coming to Grow a Garden very soon. And apparently in 2 weeks, guys, we're going to be getting a brand new summer update. But what is going to be coming next week? Well, lucky for you, Jandal literally just told us in the video itself. So he said, next week, I want to maybe do a crafting update. And this week and the week after, of course, the summer update, which is like where we replace the seeds, events, mutations, and so many things more. So basically, guys, this week we are getting a crafting update. And this is confirmed because in the official Grow a Garden Discord server, this is the message we got today morning. As you guys can see, this weekend, crafting. Make various combinations of items to discover new and unique recipes that unlock things like new gear, seeds, and lots of things more. So you guys probably already know crafting is actually already in the game right over here. You can go ahead and craft using the busy bear here. You have to give him some honey, you have to give him some plants, and he is gonna craft you guys some pretty cool flower seed packs, you know, other items too. But this is kind of a basic version of crafting, and today we're gonna be going over leaks, we're gonna be going over concepts, we're gonna be hyping up this entire update, guys. So watch this video all the way to the end. Let's get straight into this. So here is the brand new crafting update, guys. Oh my god, I'm actually really excited about this. The crafting update gonna be released this Saturday, so stay tuned for that. Introducing crafting. Make various combinations of items to discover new and unique recipes that unlock things like new gear, seeds, and more. Crafting brings a whole new way to play the game with exciting new upgrades to your garden. And lots of new surprises to uncover. Explore crafting while also discovering new seeds, pets, features, and much more in the new Grow a Garden update with a little hammer right over there. Really nice. Looking at this image, I don't really see anything that's gonna give us any sort of hints. Is this a new plant? No, I don't think that's a new plant. That does look a little bit odd, but I'm not gonna lie. I mean, what plant is that? Is that a beanstalk? I don't really know, guys. Let me know what you guys think that plant is in the comments down below. We have some cactus, we have some moon blossom, some candy blossom over there. Guys, I don't know what this is here, but yeah, let me know what you guys think that is. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on to this update now. So crafting, what should we expect in this new crafting update? Well, I'm gonna be real with you guys, we actually have no hints for this update. Like, the only hint we got was one, Jandal telling us that this update is going to be coming out next week, as I mentioned in this video. And number two, the announcements itself. We actually don't know any other leaks or any other surprises. Nothing, guys. We actually know nothing about this new update. Now, they did mention that we will be getting an exciting new way to play Grow a Garden. We're going to be getting new upgrades and stuff. So finally, guys, I feel like we might finally get upgrades to our inventory and stuff. We'll be able to craft inventory slots. We'll be able to craft like pet slots or something. I don't know, man, but this is kind of cool. Maybe we might get some additional storage. Who knows? But right now, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at what people think, some concept that people have actually come up with, just so we get some ideas for this brand new update. So here we are in the official Grow a Garden starboard, and let's actually see what is in here. So first things first, this person has an idea for a new NPC. This is going to be Kato, a traveling merchant that trades seeds for fruits every night. It's very rare to see him because he is too lazy to get out of his house. Each night there is a 10% chance that he's going to respawn with randomized seed trades. So yeah, this guy's basically a seed merchant, and basically, guys, you can give him a specific amount of fruit to get yourself a specific amount of seed. Now, of course, this guy is not gonna trade Candy Blossom, guys. Candy Blossom is not coming back to the game. I can freaking guarantee you that. Trust me, it is not coming back to the game. But it would be pretty cool to have like a little traveling merchant who comes during the nighttime. Oh, speaking of nighttime, yeah, you guys probably already know the nighttime is quite rare. So having an NPC that spawns 10% of the time whenever there is a nighttime would be pretty cool. Like, he spawns somewhere outside your garden. Maybe he's behind the seed shop over here or something. You know, just something cool, just something new for people to log on to. You know, I'm just saying, bro, this would be a pretty decent idea in my opinion. Another thing that we desperately need in Grow a Garden is going to be a trading system. Now, I don't think the trading system is going to come with a crafting system, guys. Trust me, this is not coming next week, I can guarantee you. But I'm still going to beg for it, bro. We need a trading system because the amount of people that are getting scammed, the amount of people that are trading with real money, the amount of people that are just running around stealing people's things, bro, it is too much. And we need to change that right now. That's a whole video that I'm going to make in the future, guys. But we definitely need a trading system in the game, guys. Another thing we need is an option to have more plots. So I think a good example of this would be something like a Tycoon game, guys. You know how you can go ahead ahead and select different profiles in a tycoon game. I hope I'm making sense. I'll try and have a video up on screen right now. But basically, guys, what if we could have different profiles on Grow a Garden? You know, you could have one profile where you just have a bunch of candy blossom, another profile you could have just a bunch of sunflower, or you know, some messy little garden like mine. Like, look, man, I do not want to delete my garden here, but I also do not want to play on an alt account because, you know, it just kind of ruins the whole immersion. I make videos, I need to be on my main account, you know what I mean? So I just need a way to be able to, you know, delete my garden, maybe start a new one without actually losing everything in my garden. That would be pretty cool. So maybe having a few profiles or something would also be pretty neat. And this is supposed to be an update where we get upgrades and stuff. So maybe, just maybe, we might be able to get some profiles. Who knows? I'm just guessing. Another thing we desperately need in the game is a pity system. Basically, what a pity system does is, guys, every single time you go ahead and open a certain amount of, let's say, some seed packs over here, you know, you just go ahead and open some seed packs, there is a guaranteed chance that you get the best item from the seed pack. For example, we have the exotic seed pack right over here. Once you go ahead and open 100 of these, you have a guaranteed chance to get a sunflower. Because the thing is, guys, some people will get the sunflower in 2 tries, some people will get it in 50 tries, while there's other people who wouldn't even get it in 150, 200 tries. So it's really unfair. So we need some sort of pity system that basically guarantees you a chance to get the best item out of a seed pack once you open a certain number of seed pack. Now, this of course goes for the brand new anti-bee egg here too. Once you open 100 anti-bee eggs, or maybe like 30 anti-bee eggs, you have a guaranteed chance of getting the disco bee. So this just means that it's fair for everyone. You know, even if you open 2 seed packs, you still get one. Even if you open 100 seed packs, you'll still get one. Look, I'm just trying to make things fair for everyone. Feel free to let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Moving on, this guy had a very cool idea for brand new gears coming to the new update. So we have some quality of life gear tools, such as the weight checker. This basically lets you check the weight of the plant that you obviously go ahead and select. Looks like a small scale can be used on fruits to check its weight without harvesting. Always on the gear shop. Divine Verity, 10 million shekel, has 10 users. I think that's pretty fair. The pros of this, of course, are going to be not having to harvest your fruits anymore. Busy Bear Quest is easy to check if the required fruit is over the weight. Can easily compare to other fruits to see which one is bigger. And of course, the cons is going to be people might be able to use the weight and calculate the fruit's price using a multiplier. Not a problem if the price checker also gets added. I don't know how this would be a con. I mean, it's okay if people want to check the price of their plant, right? I mean, what's wrong with that? So I don't think this is really a con, guys. The second thing is the price checker tool. Looks like a price tag can be used on fruits to check its price without having to harvest. Always on the gear shop. Divine Rarity, 20 million shekels, and has 10 users. The pros of this are going to be not having to harvest fruits to check its price. Useful in trades so that when trading with shekels, you don't risk wasting your expensive fruit, and checking its value. You just get to check the fruit's value. I think this is pretty cool. Cons are going to be how much is this worth. Dialogue option in Steven's stand can become useless if you got the fruit yourself. But if you got the fruit from trades, the dialogue option can still be useful for checking the traded fruit value. So I really don't agree with this con. Once again, this thing is going to cost 20 million shekels. Not everybody has 20 million shekels. So we should still have this dialogue in Steven's shop. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, this is Steven right here, and this is his shop, and this is the option he's talking about. How much is this worth? This basically lets you guys see the value of something. As you can see, my zombie chicken is worth $100,000. So that's still a pretty useful option, guys. I don't think that should be taken out of the game. But additionally, if we go over to the gear shop, guys, we will have another gear that basically lets us check the fruit value without even harvesting it. So I definitely think that this is a WW addition to the game, and we really need that. Another thing that I personally think should be added, speaking of selling things, is a how much is your inventory worth option, like inside of the shop right here. So we already have a how much is this worth. This basically lets you know the individual price of an item. But what if you had another option here that basically tells you the value of your entire inventory? Sometimes I want to know how much my inventory is worth without, you know, having to sell it and stuff. So that would be pretty cool, but I don't think that's ever going to be added, guys. I don't think a lot of people are asking for that yet. So maybe if you guys could start asking for it, you know, that would be cool. I really need that, bro. It's really cool. We need that option. Another thing that we desperately need in Grow a Garden right now is better price optimization for player experience. For example, the Moon Blossom currently costs $45,000. Yes, I know I've complained about this a lot, guys, but this is such a freaking joke. Something like the brand new Nectarine. Yes, the Nectarine. Or you know what? The Nectar Shade, which is a one-time plant, costs more than the Moon Blossom, which is an absolute joke. Guys, look at this. It's almost the same, if not better than the Moon Blossom, which is such a freaking joke. If you guys don't know, Moon Blossom was one of the hardest plants to get in this entire game. It was much harder than the Candy Blossom, much harder to get than the Nectar Shade, and it is completely trash right now. So if that could be buffed in the future, that would be pretty cool. Why did I say that? Why did I say buffed like that? Buffed. I mean buffed. If it could be buffed in the future, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. Same goes for something like the Sunflower. Once again, a very, very rare plant, which only costs 135, which I guess is okay. But once again, this is a one-time harvest plant, so whatever, I guess. Moon Mango 2, 45k is just not enough, guys. Considering this thing is worth $1 billion. Yes, 1 billion with a B. That's how much a Moon Mango seed costs, guys. It's insane. This person also had some ideas for new gears. Electric wires. The wires are put on a tree, which removes the option to steal any fruit from the tree and has a 10% chance to shock all fruits on the tree every 2 hours. I mean, that's a cool idea, but we already have a thing that lets us shock plants. It's called a lightning rod, and we already have a thing that lets us prevent people from stealing our crops, which is called the favorite tool. So I don't know why we need a mixture of two, which is basically worse than the real option. So I don't know why you'd ever want to buy this, considering its cost is $100 billion and has one use. So I don't know, guys. I mean, I guess he probably means that this is gonna last forever. I don't know what this guy really, what the suggestion really is, to be honest. Another suggestion this guy had was a plant cutter, which basically lets you guys cut a part of a tree you want if the tree is too big. For example, I actually have this tree in my garden. Check out my durian tree, bro. This thing is absolutely massive. It keeps on overflowing onto my pathway here, and it's really, really annoying. And I don't want to delete it because durian is very, very rare. It's not in the game anymore, so I really don't want to get rid of it. But at the same time, I don't want it doing this. So yeah, maybe if we could delete a part of the plant, maybe if we could just, I don't know, like collect the plant and store it in your inventory, that would be pretty cool. Look, man, I just want a way to remove plants without having to, you know, delete them. That would be a pretty cool addition to add into the new update, if that is possible, of course. Look, I can keep on going and going on and on about this, guys. So if you guys have any suggestions, please comment them down below. Let's try and interact and see what people actually want. I might make a whole video about what we want in the future, guys. So please comment whatever you guys want in the next update. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, a like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated. Anyways, guys, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.